welterweight fight. Augusto Dodger Montano in white. Belal, remember the name, Muhammad is in green.
The reach of Montano is going to be his biggest weapon. Loves to follow up jabs and his combinations with big knees, but sometimes really negates his reach by just getting over-aggressive and a little wild and squaring up the stance. Let's see if he's sharp in his tools.
Muhammad, a whopping -500 favorite tonight, according to Las Vegas. Montano at +350.
He was so confident this week leading up to this. Did not watch 1 second of film on Montano. Really feels like when he fought Joban, he watched all this tape, respected him so much, he just wasn't himself. Didn't throw kicks, didn't throw all of his combinations, wasn't as aggressive. Wants to get back to being him.
He was knocked down 3 times in the Joban fight, then nearly went on to finish him.
Stop.
Breaking the action here due to
You take your time.
an
No,
inadvertent groin strike.
Hey, come here. You gotta go over there.
This will knock off the nerve when you just start a fight.
Stay there.
Wait, you gotta hear the cup hit though here, folks. Listen to the audio.
Oh, stop! Stop!
Yeah, that'll leave a mark.
Yeah, and you know the thing about that too, with the cup though, it sends like this ripple effect into your gut when that happens.
Let me give you a hard warning on that. You need to watch your weapons. It's a warning.
Stern warning from Herb Dean tonight here in Texas.
Fight.
All right, back underway. Just over 4 minutes here in round 1. Third UFC appearance for Dodger Montano, but first since last June at UFC 188.
Keep an eye on the boxing of Montano. Speaking to his coaches, that's what they raved about this camp, him being much sharper. As long as he is, we don't really see him sitting down on a jab, and uses those side kicks well to keep his range.
Muhammad with a law degree from the University of Illinois. Smart guy, very good wrestler, but more of a boxer thus far in his MMA career.
He does some of his best work when he gets inside the pocket. Looking at his fights prior to the UFC, really mixes in his wrestling well. Total package, and that's why he came to the UFC very confident. Felt like he could compete against anybody. He lands a nice overhand right there.
And that one wobbled Dodger Montano. Back to the center of the octagon here, just over 3 minutes to go in the round.
A lot more kicks early from Muhammad than we saw in the Alan Joban fight. He was fearful of the takedown, didn't want Joban to catch his kicks and take him down. This fight here, he said, you know, I'm confident getting up off my back. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to let it fly. Nice inside leg kick again, this combination from Montano.
Left hook is there for Muhammad as well. Strong start for him tonight.
Doing a lot of playing with his hands, trying to distract the eyes of Montano as he gets inside that reach and sets up his own combinations. Got to be careful, because one of the things about Montano is he's very unpredictable. He'll throw a lot of wild and crazy things. If your hands are out of position, you may not be able to block them or defend them correctly.
Muhammad trying to close the distance, lands to the body.
He's having a hard time finding Dodger because Dodger's running a little bit, but the smart thing is he's not chasing after him. He's not getting frustrated with him.
You've seen Montano try to drop down and find an opening for the uppercut, which is something that he goes to every now and again.
Come on, buddy.
Good!
Nice.
Come on, here he come, Belal. Here he come. Look for the right. Left high now. On the knee. Good. There you go.
Watch it. Watch the fingers.
Hands up. Hands up.
Stop.
Hands up.
Watch the fingers. You guys been having the fingers out all night. Watch the fingers. Both of them. Watch the fingers. Hold on. Stop.
So after the eye poke, Belal Muhammad looked at Herb Dean to stop the fight, and looked like Herb maybe a little bit reluctantly got in between the fighters.
Yeah, he didn't know, and there you see the thumb. Right. The thumb definitely caught him. And you can see, look where Herb Dean's standing there. That's hard for him to see whether it was a punch or a thumb. That's probably why he was late in getting in there to break it up.
Okay, so you've been having your fingers out. I'm gonna give you a warning on it too. Okay, fingers, keep them up. You've been doing this all night. Up.
So a warning for both sides, and we are back underway, and Muhammad getting right back to work.
Well, Duke Rufus has been calling for that left high kick several times, really. He's seeing Montoya's right hand low down at the chest level. Ooh, hard inside leg kicks there for Montano.
Yeah, that earlier groin strike not giving him much pause and going back to the inside of that lead leg of Belal Muhammad.
Montano really looks to be settling in here a little bit and throwing more sharp, more crisp with his strikes. Trying to find a target, that inside leg. Excellent overhand right there from Muhammad, working behind his jab.
Montano looks pretty comfortable here. The leg kicks have been there.
And he has settled in really well in the last minute. Starting to get his timing, starting to get to a rhythm, and good initial defense here. The takedown from Muhammad. Nice work there from Montano.
Head kick is there for Muhammad. Prelims, that is Dodger Montano in the white. Belal Muhammad is in green. Muhammad a 5-1 favorite coming in.
Conversation there about those inside leg kicks. Muhammad thought that came close to the groin again, but Montano landing several of them in the second half of round one. And now finally starting to work behind his jab and utilize the reach advantage he has. Looks much sharper here as he's gotten settled into this fight.
Good combination there. Montano, the naturally bigger man.
Well, now he's really varying the timing and the tempo of his jab and then using some fancy footwork to sneak in it as well as he stepped off to his right. And the fact that defended takedown at the end of round one definitely gave Montano some confidence as well. As Muhammad thought he would have a much bigger wrestling advantage coming in this fight.
Good combination on the return from Muhammad. Follows that up with a right hand.
Muhammad's got to be careful. Can't just walk forward. He's got to fake. He's got to feint. He's got to set it up.
Well, that left high kick has been there a couple times. See if he goes back to it.
Well, that right hand is continuously low. And sometimes that happens when you're so used to being the taller guy in the gym, the taller guy in your fights. You don't think a guy's lead leg can get that high. Beautiful entry there by Muhammad. That was his best shot yet. Under the hips and finishes it. Very nicely done from Muhammad.
Second takedown attempt of the fight, and he lands it. 3.5 minutes to go in round two. We'll see what Muhammad can do with it.
Stay off the back of the head.
Exactly what he needed at this
Don't hit the back
point.
of the head.
Montano is really starting to establish a nice rhythm on his feet. Now the half guard's wide open. Muhammad can easily mount here if he wants to. And I talked about Montano's brother earlier in the night, you know, when I spoke to their coaching staff and talked about groundwork and wrestling, there wasn't a lot of conversation. Again, though, there was a language barrier, so not sure. Very easy pass there. Muhammad, both hooks in, has the back. Seems to have a massive advantage here so far on the ground with Montano.
18th pro fight for Augusto Montano. He has never been finished in MMA competition. In some danger here, potentially.
Good job of holding the wrist. And you hear the corner of Belal Muhammad wants him to move over and take mount. Good work there from Montano to at least escape back mount. But again, his half guard is wide open. All Muhammad needs to do is use his right elbow. And now he passes right over again, takes it back. Right on cue. Oh, but nice hustle there from Montano, who kept his elbows low to his hips so that Belal Muhammad could not get his hooks in and stop his upward progression.
Total strikes, slight edge for Dodger Montano. Both fighters landing near 50% of their attempts. And the cardio of Dodger Montano bears watching. 13 of his 15 finishes have come in round one, so the overwhelming majority of his pro fights against lesser competition outside the UFC have ended in round one.
Beautiful fake. You see Muhammad faked low, then came up high. Montano trains in Mexico City at 7,000 feet, maybe even higher than that. But you can see him taking some deep breaths, but he's been active, been on his bicycle quite a bit, moving around with his footwork as he ducks that high kick. See if he can get back into a rhythm on his feet, but right now, Muhammad finding his own rhythm.
Seconds now to go in our second round.
Yeah, we haven't seen many knees from Montano. A lot of times when you're a taller guy, ooh, nice left hook there, Muhammad. When you're a taller guy and guys have to close distance on you, you can bait them in and land some nice knees to the solar plexus in the midsection, or finish your combinations with them. Haven't really seen those from Montano tonight.
Muhammad just out of range on beautiful. Yeah, short elbow lands flush. Trying to prevent Belal Muhammad from securing his first UFC win.
Momentum seems to have shifted to Muhammad, who really finished round two well after getting the takedown, but really found a rhythm, landing several good counter strikes and offensive combinations at the end of round two. Duke Rufus in the corner telling him, look, don't stop there. They want him to double, triple up, and then follow up his kicks and his combinations with more strikes.
At the very least, I would say Dodger Montano showing that he deserved better than a plus 350 underdog distinction.
Absolutely.
Tough opponent, and he's hanging with him.
Well, his footwork has made it difficult for Muhammad to shoot in on takedowns repeatedly. Did a nice job getting back up to his feet when Muhammad took him down and had his back. And he has been sharper on the feet. The only thing I wanted to see more of is those knees. He just missed with them there, but I think he could extend his combinations a little bit more and take more advantage of his reach and the height. Look how low Montano's hands are.
Distance head strikes thus far, nearly twice as many landed for Belal Muhammad.
And a lot of that is just the hand position Montano. His right hand is down by his stomach most of the time. A good takedown there from Muhammad. Both hooks in, has the back again. Very
Muhammad
smooth.
does not, excuse me, Brian, have a pro win by way of submission. And were he to finish Dodger Montano, it would be the first time Montano has ever been finished.
Good wrist control here from Montano. A little too patient, though, waiting on his chest, especially knowing third round, and he needs this right now.
So Muhammad has been economical, I guess you could say, with the takedown attempts. He's landed 2 of 3 after missing one late in round 1.
Yeah, both of them set up well, and nice work here from Montano. But he may get dragged back down his back just when it looked like he had an opening. Excellent work there. He's back up to his feet, but he's got to get busy here.
And get busy he does, pressing forward.
Again, look how low the hands are. That's why Muhammad's able to sneak these jabs, these high kicks.
Other than the takedowns, the numbers in this one pretty even across the board. Slight edge in terms of significant strikes landed for Augusto Montano.
Beautiful high kick, and that's what he needs more of at the end of his combinations. He's finishing a lot of his combinations with low kicks to the legs. Being the taller guy, now it's time to go upstairs, see if he can land one flush to the head.
John Anik, Brian Stan here in Hidalgo, Texas. Glad you're with us for the FS1 UFC Fight Night prelims. Main card follows us. Muhammad looking to make Montano pay here.
Montano has landed a couple of nice strikes there. Muhammad knew he doesn't want to get behind on the scorecards. Wants to close out. Both guys feel like they need this round. Oh, beautiful timing there from Muhammad.
And that has got to be debilitating for Dodger Montano. Good ground and pound here from Muhammad.
Oh, it's just so smooth. He read it. Saw Montano come forward hard with that right hand. Right underneath it, turned the corner, and here we go. A beautiful positional control as he flows here, landing these shots. He's going to look for the finish.
Under a minute. We'll see if Montano can survive.
Fight back!
Stop might come here, Brian.
Stop this! Fight back!
Wow, looked like Herb nearly stopped it.
That's it.
Remember the name. Belal Muhammad busts into the UFC win column and gets the finish to boot.
Look at the timing of that takedown. Dips underneath, turns the corner, gets into dominant position. And Reyes Montano started to scramble and escape, gets both hooks in, takes the mount. Beautiful groundwork here, integrated with his strikes. And just too much as Montano no longer intelligently defending himself. That's it, and Muhammad, the first man to finish Montano.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 19 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by TKO, Belal, remember the name, Muhammad!
Excellent combination there by Maddalena.
And you see Rodriguez trying to fight southpaw to match Maddalena, when the reality is he should stay conventional. It's his better fighting stance.
Oh my goodness.
Big left hand connection by Della Maddalena.
Della Maddalena is going off.
Look at how beat up Rodriguez looks already as he lands a nice right hand there.
Yeah, he's countered with a couple of right hands.
Della Maddalena just does such a good job of sliding just out of range of those punches and then coming right back in.
Della Maddalena reps scrappy MMA, trains under Ben Vickers there in Western Australia.
That's it. That's the fight.
That'll do it. 11 in a row for Jack Della Maddalena.
Oh my goodness, that was smooth.
You were saying he kept sliding out? That time, instead of just sliding to evade, he slide and return. That was nasty.
Beautiful.
Right out of range with a left-hand counter. Dude was sleeping on his feet. You could see Rodriguez just not there anymore.
I mean, Della Maddalena is something special.
He's good,
He
man.
really is. He really is good, and he's only 25 years old. I mean, this kid has a huge future ahead of him.
I asked him, Joe, I go, when did you start taking this thing seriously? He goes, 8 to 10 years, but then the last couple years I saw it as a career. When did you think? 25, at 17? He was like, I want to be a fighter. These young kids now are so dangerous. Look at him, fade back, step back on the left hand.
It's so perfect.
It was nasty. It was
so
nasty.
perfect. I mean, throughout the entire round, you saw such smooth, technical striking, such amazing in IQ in terms of octagon intelligence.
Yeah.
Just so good. This kid's good.
Some tough circumstances for Pete Rodriguez, who no doubt will be back, but a huge, huge effort here in the debut for Della Maddalena.
Well, John, it looks like Rodriguez fought for 15 minutes. He's so beat up, right? So the power of Maddalena is very present when you watch him land. Even though he's landing jabs, he was just busting him up.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Frank Trigg has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 59 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Jack Della Maddalena.
As we get Sarah Kaufman and Valentina Shevchenko underway. Here we go. White trunks for the newcomer, Shevchenko, southpaw. Sarah Kaufman, the veteran, in the black trunks.
Sarah Kaufman, very well-rounded mixed martial artist, but Shevchenko, nasty Muay Thai. Watch her kickboxing.
Amazing, Joe, that she is the first female to make her debut here in the bantamweight division since Holly Holm did last February.
That is incredible.
Holly's been in this organization less than a year, and she's the champ.
Pretty nuts. Well, we're seeing what's happening right now in women's MMA, what we saw maybe a decade and a half or so in men's MMA.
Yeah.
We're seeing this explosion of growth, new talent, changing of the guard. We're seeing new techniques, we're seeing people open up, and we're seeing multiple discipline fighters that excel at a bunch of different things.
And it comes, Joe, with the opportunity to make a living fighting in the UFC or other MMA.
Yeah, and really for women like Sarah Kaufman, for the longest time, they had to scratch and claw to get by. And Valentina has her pressed up against the octagon right now. And you can tell when you're seeing Valentina stand up, you're looking at a very high-level striker. You can tell by her movements, very efficient and clean, sharp, cocked and loaded.
Only 8 days notice for Shevchenko to replace Germaine de Randamie in this fight.
And Germaine de Randamie, another highly decorated Muay Thai champion, who's a very interesting opponent for a lot of people at 135 pounds. And as she gets better at the MMA game, look at this. Unexpected turn of events. Shevchenko takes down Sarah Kaufman. You would expect her to want to keep this fight standing, but I guess she's trying to show that she is more than just a kickboxer.
Trying to work in the guard of Sarah Kaufman, who, in addition to her training in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, works out of Jackson Winklejohn, and she's very, very close with the champion, Holly Holm.
Well, let's see what kind of guard Sarah Kaufman has offensively on her back. She's got a strong overhook on the left arm of Valentina, and let's see if she shifts her hips to try to attack that arm. And Valentina's out, and Sarah scrambles to her feet.
Worthy of note, 10 of her 17 wins by knockout. Sarah Kaufman has not finished a fight by submission in her career.
That was a nasty liver kick by Valentina. And look at this.
Yeah,
Valentina
they grapple again.
Beautiful.
Right
full mount.
into the full mount.
Incredible.
Sarah trying to adjust. She gets back to half guard.
Full guard now for Sarah.
Shevchenko 11-1 as she makes her UFC debut here in Orlando. Has not lost since September of 2010 when she battled Liz Carmouche.
Nice.
A couple quick punches on the way up.
Yeah, she was looking for that knee, but Kaufman's knee was still down on the ground, so it was illegal to hit her in the face with the knee.
Yeah, good discipline. Shevchenko fighting out of Peru.
There's that liver kick again, beautiful.
Man.
She throws it with excellent precision.
You could hear that last one.
Sarah's dropping down for a heel hook here, Mike. This could be dangerous for Shevchenko. Heel slips out. Scrambles.
Now she takes the back. Shevchenko, an amazing record in Muay Thai and K1, 56-2. But a lot more grappling than one would think with these two fine strikers here in the first. Shevchenko is a powerful, strong 135-pound fighter.
Yes, 17 world Muay Thai titles.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
That defines pretty good, doesn't it? They exchange knees.
One of the problems with that, though, is it's very rarely discussed, but it is true. There's a lot of world champion organizations. Like, you could start up the Mike Goldberg World Championships and start crowning people world champions.
I would crown you first.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Final seconds of the round.
But she's an excellent fighter, though.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Okay, round two, let's go, fight.
The battle continues, round two. A lot of grappling in round one, Joe.
And look for that liver kick of Shevchenko. See how she keeps that left heel off the ground? She's just looking for that opening. Oh, spinning back fist attempt.
Just missed. That was quick. Pardon me, that was very quick and explosive, too.
Yeah,
again.
When you watch her stance and the way she moves, there's no doubt about it when you see her that she's an excellent striker. just looking at the efficiency of her movement on the feet.
And crew Mark Delagradi giving us a little nugget that in kickboxing, Shevchenko actually defeated Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Very impressive. She's a little bigger than her, obviously, because she's fighting at 135, and Joanna down at 115.
And the strawweight champion. Had a great 2015.
Oh.
So many things have opened up with Holmes' victory at UFC 193 over Rousey.
And one of the things about Muay Thai, as opposed to boxing or even kickboxing, is that in real Muay Thai, nice spinning back kick to the body, they do spend a lot of time clinching and grappling.
Right.
Because, ooh, that's a nice knee. And to set those kind of things up, elbows off the break. And they don't get broken up very much in real Muay Thai matches. They allow them to exchange in these clinch situations, throw knees to the body, and you develop a lot of techniques in there that are applicable in MMA. Very similar in a lot of ways to Greco-Roman wrestling in some of their approaches, but with more trips.
Right. No one had better clinch control and clinch domination than when Rich Franklin fought Anderson those 2 times.
Yeah, when Anderson had a true mastery of that position. But if you looked at like real world champions like Dodson Cly or somewhere along those lines, they're even better than that. I mean, they take it to another level.
It's amazing how with the head, Joe, you can really control your opponent's body position.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you get that plum clinch on, you clamp down on the sides of the neck like a vice grip, like Anderson did to Rich Franklin.
And there we go for a clinch again. Nicely
Look at that again.
Shevchenko showing some versatility here in her UFC debut.
Well, what she's showing is real mixed martial arts skills, Mike. She's prepared for this. This isn't a kickboxer who's making some sort of a casual attempt at MMA.
And she took the fight on 8 days' notice.
This is her 13th fight, so she's had some experience, but this is the big show.
No question about it.
I'm more shocked than anything that she's not exerting her dominance in stand-up and that she's choosing to take the fight to the ground like this.
The last Strikeforce fight for Sarah Kaufman was against Ronda Rousey. She was armbarred very quickly. This is her 4th UFC fight, and Sarah said, this is a make it or break it fight for my career.
When her last fight inside the octagon, Alexis Davis caught her with a beautiful armbar in the 2nd round.
The trilogy of Kaufman and Alexa Davis. Alexis, Ronda Rousey, and Marlos Queen, and only ones to defeat Sarah Kaufman. Sarah trying to stay a little bit busy from the bottom here. She's got the closed guard. Now it's opened up, back closed.
But so far, no submission attempts here yet by Sarah off of her back. Just trying to get back up to her feet, and she does.
Shevchenko looks very fresh still.
Shevchenko again looking for that spin, and there it is. There's that knee to the body as well.
Really impressive clinch work by Valentina Shevchenko. 30-year-old Kaufman, born and raised in Victoria, British Columbia. Just over 30 now here in the 2nd. Double underhooks for Kaufman.
Shevchenko's very strong, Mike.
Big time.
Good body shots by Kaufman.
And Joe, when you're talking about big, strong fighters, Holly Holm is one of those big, strong, powerful fighters to compete at bantamweight in the UFC. Game.
Final round. You
they
ready?
said to her, Joe, she's actually doing the best when she kickboxes this kickboxer.
Yeah, really interesting advice from Greg Jackson. They want her to try to knock out the kickboxer.
Look at that Thai-style stance right now. That's Muay Thai 101 from Shevchenko.
But again, there's that clinch game that they don't want her to accept.
Boom.
And she's on her back. A good scramble by Kaufman. Back up to a nice knee by Shevchenko.
Valentina Bullet Shevchenko, UFC debut against one of the true pioneers of women's MMA.
And Sarah, good head control here. Throwing some nice knees to the thigh, but Shevchenko's turning around. Another good exchange there, but now Shevchenko's got her up against the cage. Really surprising turn of events that Shevchenko has been the one that's wanted to clinch up and take this fight to the ground. But when you see the success that she's had doing that, maybe less surprising.
And this is a very grueling, difficult way to fight, Joe, and for somebody to do it on 8 days' notice is impressive as well.
Which is obviously in excellent shape. She doesn't seem to have tired at all.
She's got great size and strength, and you can see the difference in this fight.
Maybe she decided to clinch up and take the fight to the ground because she believed she had an advantage and she could control the pace better that way.
Respect for Sarah striking. Spins again. Kaufman.
And again, look at that. Clinches up again.
Sarah pretty much initiated that one.
She did, but Shevchenko didn't get away from it. She didn't try to create space and strike.
Yeah, she certainly welcomes that, doesn't she?
Yeah, and you would think a striker of her pedigree would be trying to win by knockout. Very nice takedown by Sarah.
Big opportunity for Kaufman, side control.
Beautiful job by Sarah Kaufman. This is Sarah's opportunity with time to work here.
Good elbows.
And she's got her trapped here. Inside control. She may look for the mounted crucifix here, or looks like she's manipulating the arm.
No career submission wins for Sarah Kaufman. Valentina got the arm free there, Joe.
Her arm is free, but she's in north-south now, but she has her feet up against the cage. If she does use the cage, she may explode by pushing off the cage. Sarah recognizes that and moves more towards a side position and pushes her away from the cage.
Crafty veteran move by Sarah Kaufman.
Yeah, good awareness, good octagon awareness by Kaufman.
Kaufman, the leader in ground strikes, big time.
She's looking for the Americana, but almost loses position because she's trying it.
Ultra important round 3 of this bantamweight fight.
Good control here by Sarah Kaufman, maintaining this side control position. Nice elbows here. This is the most success she's had in this fight, but with 1:30 to go, she really should be trying to set up some form of a submission or try to stop her with ground and pound. It's difficult to do from side control. It can be done, but mount is better.
Late in the fight, you want to leave an impression in the judges' minds. This is a way to do it.
She's looking for the arm again. It looks like now she's switched. It's hard to tell.
60 seconds remain.
Again, she's able to maintain this position. Inside control, she's stepping over now. She's definitely looking for the mounted crucifix. Trying to stuff the right arm of Valentina in between her legs and then trap the other arm with her neck. All the while maintaining this top control. And Valentina looking to throw up a triangle, trying to trap the left arm of Sarah Kaufman and her head in between her legs, but Sarah's not having it.
Right back to side control for Kaufman.
Again, looking for that Americana.
20 seconds. Dan Murgliata right on top of the action.
Good V-ride here. Look at this. Full mount by Sarah Kaufman.
Big
That's
round
it.
for Sarah
This is what she
Kaufman.
wants. This is what she
Final
wants.
seconds of the fight. Big strikes by Kaufman.
Take
Great
the arm.
way to finish.
She almost had it.
They go the distance.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Barry Luxembourg scores the contest 29-28, Kaufman. Don Ballas has it 29-28, Shevchenko. And Hector Gomez scores the contest 29-28 for the winner by split decision, Valentina "Bullet" Shevchenko.
Talked about ball. If she starts to throw the body kicks, man, she will start to get the hands of Victoria being carried a little bit lower, and then I think she can finish her.
That's hard left hand there by.
There's a check. See that check? That check right hook.
That's a beautiful check right
I mean,
that she's
she
throwing.
just really steps out of range and sits on that right hand. Luke Rockhold used to throw a really good check right hook from the southpaw position.
Yep.
Look. Oh my goodness.
She gets a win in her debut. What a fantastic performance by the Frenchwoman Manon the Beast Fiorot.
I mean, John, she switched the leg. She went from throwing the kick from the backside to the front side high kick, and it blasted Victoria. What a fantastic performance by Manon Fiorot.
Just dominance the whole time. Beautiful technique from the feet. She got the takedown when she needed. Let's see here. Oh, right upside, changes it up, comes with the roundhouse, and look, she mixes in the uppercuts. Her boxing also looking fantastic, and the aggression, like you talked about, John, she's very aggressive on the feet. She doesn't just sit back and wait like a traditional martial artist sometimes. She's very forward, pressuring her opponents, mixing in her takedowns. I mean, you can't ask for a better debut than that.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Lucas Bisaki has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 8 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO, Manon the Beast Fiorot.